What's up, guys? Dylan Rush here with Cage Side Press, joined today by a Bellator heavyweight boasting a 23-8 professional record with one no contest, set to take on Valentin Moldavsky in a rematch at Bellator 292 on March 10th in San Jose, California. Linton, the Big Swarm, Vassell. How you doing, Linton?
Come on, bruv. I'm good.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
All
How
right.
you doing, bruv? How
I'm
you
doing good,
doing?
bro. Thanks for
Good to
taking
see
the
you,
time.
man.
So
Of course.
you've had one rematch before. You lost to Emmanuel Newton. You beat him in the rematch a couple years ago,
Yeah.
but you're looking to do the same thing this time around with Moldavsky. Does camp
Yes.
differ at all when you're preparing to fight someone that you've already fought previously?
I work on a lot more of the stuff that went wrong. The stuff that I went wrong. You fix on that, and you just continue from that pretty much. I felt like the things I did wrong. I'm not going to mention them because they don't people let them know my holes on that. The things you do wrong, you're better off correcting them straight away. So 5 years ago, pretty much, I knew what the stuff I did wrong, and I've corrected it. And I think that shows on how I've won my last four fights.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, having this rematch, man, the fire gets lit, and it's burning hard because I don't like to lose. So now I've got this rematch, man. Seriously, this is all I've been waiting for. If you know what I'm saying, like,
Of course.
you've been waiting for something to come. You keep calling them out, and I'll get him at some point. We'll get to fight at some point, and yeah, we're here now.
So you're 4-0 since that loss to Moldavsky in March 2019, including 3 finishes and the comeback of the century against Tim Johnson back last year, your last time out. I know you've worked with
Yeah.
guys like Mindset Mike in recent years, but did you make any other changes to your training regimen or your attitude prior to this late career resurgence?
No. So after obviously losing them three in a row, I had to sort something out. I was even contemplating on retiring. So once I spoke to the coaches, Greg Jones and Sean, and a few of my friends and stuff, they were like, "Don't be so stupid. We all lose, and you'll be back. You got plenty of time." So found Mindset Mike. Sorry, no, sorry, I found Mindset Mike. Sorry, the fight before Moldavsky.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously after losing that fight with Moldavsky, I was like, "Fuck, man, I've lost again. What's going on?" And yeah, I said obviously I wanted to retire, and even Mike was like, "No, we can build on this," and I feel like it showed. It's shown now. Um, Sometimes your plan isn't straight on; it's right. I'm sorry, it's left, right, up, down. But we're on that straight path now. So yeah, got them four wins, and I really feel unstoppable, man. Really do.
And do you think that a large reason for this recent success was finding the right weight class for you in this deep in your career, moving up to heavyweight?
Yeah, the weight cut was so brutal. It ended up, you know, um, just draining me so much. I was walking around about 235 and trying to cut down to 230. There's nothing really to go. So I always felt great leading up to the fight, and then cutting the weight, I just felt like I was dying, about to die.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, I felt good fight day, but you know, it's not the right way. I don't think a lot of fighters should fight. And I'm glad I found heavyweight. It's the right class for me.
Definitely. Who's going to be in your corner for this one, Lynn?
So I've got Ong Lang Sang, my teammate. I've got Chuck Ennis, and I've got my wrestling coach, my boy G Jones,
Really?
Gregory
Okay, good,
Jones.
good. Did you spend
Yes.
do you do your entire camp at Killcliff in Florida? Is that where you're at
Yeah,
right
I live here in Florida, so everything's here, man. I made the move nearly 8 years ago now, I think. So yeah, I've been with this
now?
team for a
You ever
while
go
now.
back home?
Yeah, and I will go back home after the fight. I'll go back for maybe 10 days or so.
Cool, cool. All right. Do you feel like your teammates push you to the limits in this camp at Killcliff?
Of course, man. I think if they didn't do that, I'd need to change. There's days where I'm like, oh, get the fuck off me, Victor. My language, Steve, get off me. Daquan, whatever. It's a part of the process. You give some to take some, and I feel like we're one big family, all friends, and and that's how we build up each other. You got to hold each other accountable. There's times where I'm busting someone up, and they got a fight coming up, but I've got to hold them accountable in the fact that not beating them up so they can't carry on, make it to the fight, but let them know that you got a fight coming up next week, or well, not next week, in a couple of weeks. Step it up. You
Yep.
know.
I wanted to ask you about two of your teammates at Killcliff that are also in Bellator. First off, Jason Jackson. I'm sure you
Yes.
I'm sure you watched
Who am
that
I
last
fighting?
welterweight. I'm sure you watched that welterweight championship fight last week in Dublin. What was it? Logan Storley and
Logan, yeah,
Yaroslav.
Logan's my boy as well.
Yeah, no,
Both
yeah.
both teammates. Yeah,
Do you think Jason Jackson is next in line for that welterweight title shot?
100%. Because um, I heard the rumor he was supposed to be fighting. I can't remember who it was now. Someone before. Who? Yeah, maybe I think it might have been Omosaf before.
Mhm.
In the UK, something happened anyway. Um, Obviously didn't fight. Logan ended up getting the fight against um Omosaf, and then we was thinking it might be Jason versus Logan if Logan won. But I'm glad teammates aren't fighting. Obviously, I'm lucky that Logan lost,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't want teammates fighting either. I don't like that.
Speaking of teammates
But
fighting or not fighting, the next guy I was gonna ask you about, big, tall Steve Mowry. What did you
yes, bro.
what did you make of his last performance, and do you expect him to continue climbing up these heavyweight rankings?
Yeah, well, he made a few mistakes. Again, he went 3 rounds against a top guy,
Mhm.
former PFL, made a few mistakes. We spoke about it. He's going to be back from it. He got the draw, but he put on a great performance. I felt this was his biggest test, and I felt like he needed this to see where he's at,
Yep, it was a good
So
fight.
yeah, looking forward. Yeah, so looking forward to his next
Definitely.
next fight. Yeah, I wonder what's next for him.
In December, somebody came to Killcliff. They asked you, what motivates you? You said to be king. What do you mean?
Of course,
What do you mean by that?
king of the heavyweight division, mate.
Okay. King of
I'm
the
gonna be
throne. So
champ. Yeah, nah, champ, mate. When you're champ, you're king because you're king of that division. That's simple, man. I want to be king. You know, I'm not in this business to be a number, win some, lose some. It's not about that. I haven't put my time, energy, sacrifices to be a number, man.
mhm.
You know what I mean? I want to be king. That's it. Full stop.
Well, that brings me to my next question. Is this fight
Yeah.
with Moldavsky, is it a number one contenders match for the title with Ryan Bader?
Yes. 100%. 100%.
And then you lost to Bader in 2017, but that was at light heavyweight. 5 years have
Yeah.
passed. You're at heavyweight now. Do you think that due to these factors, it's going to be a completely different fight this time around? And how do you feel you
Yeah.
match up with Bader overall?
Yeah. It's gonna be a totally different fight. The good thing was, even at light heavyweight, I was able to reverse him. Um, Considering he's had wrestling in his whole bloody life. I've never done wrestling apart. You know what I'm saying though.
Yeah, yeah.
So if I can do that at light heavyweight, you know, change a few things up, obviously, you know what I mean? There won't be no reason why I can't do it again, but this time stay on top and fight a little bit smarter. I felt like I rushed a little bit too much and I doubted myself 100% because I remember I was like, damn, I'm fighting Ryan Bader. I'd never fought anyone of that caliber at the
hmm
time,
hmm
and I'm thinking, damn, he's fought all these guys, Rumbles, fought John Jones. I've been there now, done that, and I'm a lot more into the game. I think I was still a relatively new, you know, compared to the fights he had had. So yeah, it's going to be a 100% different fight, and that's one fight I want so much. I want so much, man. So like I said in the previous interview, Moldavsky is first. I can't look past him,
hmm
and then obviously we'll go on to Bader.
I got to ask you, since you're a heavyweight and you mentioned John Jones, another promotion this weekend, heavyweight championship. John Jones, Cyril Gahn. How do you see that one playing out?
I'm not going to be shocked if Cyril does knock him out, but I feel like John's going to do John and perform and end up taking him up
Okay.
because John's smart. We all know John's smart, and we know his ground game's a lot better than Cyril's. So sorry, what's his name? Cyril?
Yeah,
I keep
Cyril.
messing it
Cyril.
up. His name.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like John's going to be smart and take him down, and I feel like he's going to beat him up on the ground. Maybe second round. Maybe
Linton,
sub or TKO.
do you have a message to the fans that are coming to see you in San Jose or watching you on TV? What do you have to say to your fans leading up to this fight?
Just like to say thank you for the support always, the love shown, and yeah, tune in to Bellator on Friday, March 10th, man. We'll be representing.
Hell yeah, man. All right. Thank you for the time, bro. I appreciate it. Always a good time with you, man.
Of course.
Good luck next week.
Will you be there?
I will. I hate that
Will
you
you be
asked
there?
me this, man. I might be there. I might be there for fight night.
Okay. Well, if you are, obviously I'll see you, but that's all.
Yeah.
If you can't make it, I know you got a life.
Yeah. I'll try
I know
to
you
be
got a
there. I'll
life,
try
man.
to be
But
there, Lynn. I want to see you. I want to see you do what you do best, man. So I'll see you
you want to
soon.
see me dominate, mate. Want to see me dominate. Take care, bro.
Take care, man.